You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. What is leadership? Part 1. I want to start this episode with a few quotes about leadership and what it is. And the first one is from Dr. John Maxwell, and he said the following: being a great leader is all about having a genuine willingness and a true commitment to lead others to achieve a common vision and goals through positive influence. No leader can achieve anything great or long-lasting all alone. And this is what he says: leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. And before you switch out of this podcast thinking, well, I'm not a leader and this doesn't apply to me, hold on for a minute. I sincerely believe that everyone is a leader. Every person can lead in some way. So if leadership is influence, what we're saying is whoever you influence in your life, be it large or small, be it a large auditorium full of people or even just someone in your class or your workplace, you are influencing them and leading them. If you're a parent, you are leading. If you're a teacher, you are leading. If you are a person who has siblings, you will lead those under you or over you. Somehow everyone can lead in even tiny ways. Robin Sharma said, leadership's not a title, it's a behaviour. Live it. So here's the point. If leadership is influence, how a person uses that influence is the proof of that person's character. And so people in history that were great leaders were also people of good character or bad character, like Adolf Hitler. He was able to lead masses of people in Germany into his way of thinking. You can think of people like Churchill, like Mother Teresa, like Gandhi, like Martin Luther King, all great leaders, but not all of them were great people. And so if you were to look at the three most important roles of an influence of a leader, title or no title, they are this: to motivate others, to communicate with them, and to unite the people they are leading. When you look at David in the Bible, you find an amazing scripture in Psalm 78, 71 and 72. It says there, from tending the sheep, he brought him to be the shepherd of his people. And then in verse 72, and David shepherded them with integrity of heart, with skillful hands he led them. So David was a man with a good heart, a heart of truth and integrity, but he also learnt skills to lead the people, and all this came from his willingness to serve first and to shepherd sheep. The thing that I would say to you today is to never underestimate the hand of God in your life in the preparation processes that he has for you in order to bring to fulfillment what he has in the future for you. This is so true of my life. I've spent many, many years in being shaped and moulded by employment in the secular world, in the government. And while some of the roles that I had were leadership roles, many of the things I did were from a serving basis. And I learnt much from what I did in those years. And the hand of God prepared me for leading one of the greatest institutes in the universe, his church. Now, I'm not saying that I'm some great leader or King David, but I am saying there is a principle here, there is a process, and this is certainly portrayed by Jesus himself in Matthew 25 and talking about the parable of the talents. And he basically says to a servant, You have done well and proven yourself to be my loyal and trustworthy servant. Listen to this. Because you were faithful to manage a small sum, or faithful in the little things, now I will put you in charge of much. You will experience the delight of your master, who will say to you, "Come, celebrate with me." The very last thing I'll say in this podcast is, whatever you find to do now, today, whatever is in your hand to do that you've been given, do it with your whole heart and do it well. God bless you.